and welcome to the weekly moon update for July 10th through the 16th. We have a last quarter week this week, meaning the moon is decreasing. So on Monday, we have a last quarter moon, and then the rest of the week is a waning crescent moon. So before we get into the moon energy for this week, I just want to remind you that I will be live here on Tuesday. And we also have a moon meeting this week on Discord. So that's going to be Thursday the 13th at 8:30 p.m. Tarot Tuesday is also at 8:30 p.m. And I'm still trying to figure out how to get another Twitch stream going on here soon. But like every time I plan one, something happens. So hopefully we'll be back on Twitch doing tarot also. But for now, it's still going to be Tarot Tuesdays on YouTube. So let's jump into this last quarter week and figure out how we can wind down a little bit before the new moon next week. So we're starting off this week with an Aries moon, but remember, it's still a waning Aries moon. So this is really kind of wrapping up loose ends, not necessarily starting things. I know we think of Aries and fire as action and specifically Aries starting things, but where the moon is decreasing because it's the last quarter and it's like technically like half lit. There's still a lot of energy there, but from here on out, it's going to be decreasing. So I would recommend like using this energy that we have to get things done on Monday. Because Taurus comes in right after Aries and is going to slow us down. So this is taking one step at a time, just like really slow moving kind of energy. And we enter Taurus Monday evening. So really it's just like this quick energy. Hopefully you got some stuff done over the weekend. Because the Monday Aries energy ends around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we'll move into Taurus and we'll be in Taurus energy for Tuesday and Wednesday. This again is slow moving energy and just taking your time, allowing yourself to get really comfy and cozy and settle in for the rest of this moon cycle. Because especially because this is Cancer season that we are in, and we've been in Cancer season for the last few weeks. And so the Cancer new moon is next week is really going to allow us to like, what did we learn about self-care this month? And kind of using the new moon in Cancer to like solidify, like, yeah, this like routine works for me. This daily, this exercise works for me. This schedule works for me. This layout of my desk or office works for me. This meal prepping thing work, like whatever makes you feel comfortable, cozy, and helps you to take care of yourself in the best way that you can so that you're supporting yourself wholly and fully. That's what we want to be solidifying on the new moon next week. So Taurus likes to be cozy and comfortable. So what are the like this is kind of our last chance as we're sliding into the new moon energy is like what makes you feel comfortable and cozy and just like makes you feel supported. Taurus energy kind of helps us lean into that. Like literally, like I just imagine just like sitting on like the biggest, comfiest couch ever and just like settling into that energy of being comfortable. So we'll be in Taurus Tuesday, Taurus and energy Tuesday and Wednesday, and then early Thursday morning at 3:26 a.m. we move into Gemini. So this we just left our Gemini moon cycle and our Gemini season. So hopefully you're kind of familiar with that energy of it kicking off summer and like having this playful kind of energy. Gemini reminds us to play and have fun, and that both things are true. Even if there might be some crazy hectic things going on in your life, you can still make time to play. Even if you're working hard and trying to achieve things, you can still play hard. You can still take time off and you can still relax. You can still remember to fill your cup. And also just very supportive of integrating all of the different aspects of yourself. Gemini recognizes that there's a light to the dark, there's a good to the bad, and that we can intertwine them and integrate them into who we are so that we're not just like only being on the dark side or only being on the light side, because both of those things have to exist at the same time. So Thursday and Friday, because this again is a waning crescent moon, it might be playtime for you. You might want to look at Gemini energy as waxing Gemini energy is the like really doing the work of the integration, and then like the waning Gemini as the playful, like relax, have fun kind of energy. And then on Saturday at 8:30 a.m., or actually technically at 1:14 p.m. is when we move into Cancer, because there's a little couple hour void of course time there on Saturday. So Cancer energy on the weekend. This again can help us. This can be like beachy, playful energy that the Gemini energy kind of brings in for you. Or this can just be taking care of your home environment, staying at home, staying cozy. And this is going to lead us into the new moon energy next week. So you actually might want to be like setting your new moon intentions, looking like filling out your moon cycle reflections, your mind map, and your new moon intentions, filling in those journal questions that we have for the Cancer new moon, which is really evaluating what how all of the different energies feel to you. All of the different zodiac signs is what we are working on in the Just a Phase planner there. So lots of activities to really kind of reflect and like uh maintain this, like almost like making a commitment to yourself of I am committing to these self-care routines on a regular basis. I'm going to figure out ways to set reminders that hey, you haven't taken time off in a while, or hey, you haven't drank water in a while. Just some like doing these little simple easy things, meal prepping, that helps you really like support yourself wholly and fully, because Cancer wants to love and nurture you and wants you to take care of you. Like you're the only person that is 100% responsible for taking care of you if you're an adult. So you got to learn to be your own parent as an adult. You got to learn to be that mother no matter what gender you identify as. Learning to mother yourself is something that like we all can do. And this is something that supports us wholeheartedly. So the flow of this week is actually really nice, especially elementally. We've got fire kicking off Monday. So this is like jump starting things, like getting those really big to-do tasks done, checking them off your list so that you can just kind of coast through the energy of this week. So we're starting off with fire, and hopefully that will just give you a little bit of spark of action. And then we're coming down again for Taurus energy, earth energy, and then moving up for air. This can start like getting your mind going of doing your journaling questions. Like you don't have to only do these exercises, these new moon exercises, like on the new moon. I honestly even take time, like I take time to look at whatever new moon exercise that we have going on in the planner. I actually look at it while I'm on my menstrual cycle, because that is a very reflective time for me. So I sometimes will actually fill the exercises out during that time, and then I'll take a look at them again and change any change, like if I need to change anything, or I'm feeling differently about something, I do that on the actual new moon. So I kind of have two different perspectives, because there are different phases of my cycle where I'm just like I just feel totally different. So I when my cycle is synced with the new moon, obviously I'm just doing it during that time. But when my cycle is different from the new moon cycle, I am reflecting on the new moon at times that I feel reflective, if that makes sense. So Gemini is going to get those wheels turning and start thinking. That air energy, that mental wisdom energy, is going to get those wheels turning and will maybe help you reflect more. Start that like reflection, but as we're leading into the new moon. And then after we have that air energy, we're splashing into water energy. And hopefully you can just allow, release, let go, and just float in the water energy. Think of yourself in a lazy river and just whatever your inner tube bumps into, just allow yourself to bounce back and just go with the flow. So, I really want to encourage you to do these reflection questions to figure out how you react to these energies because within the next few weeks, I think things are going to be changing a lot with some of the outer planets shifting. Pluto and Neptune went retrograde in between May and June. And this is the start of what I call Retrogradopalooza, because by the end of next month, we're going to have almost all of the planets in retrograde. So, right now, like I said, it's Pluto and Neptune. On the new moon, Saturn begins its retrograde and then the next month, Uranus is retrograde. And then the month after that, we have a Mercury retrograde. So there is going to be a point of time this summer or at the end of the summer where all of the planets are retrograde. So this is slowing things down. And retrograde has the RE at the beginning of it. So it's redoing, rethinking, rereading, re um, like reworking your plans, rethinking your dreams. It gives you this opportunity to do things again. Now, because this is so many different planets, it's going to mean a lot of different things. Pluto is the planet of transformation. So if you have felt like you are really stepping into like this new version of yourself, and then all of a sudden it just starts to like stop. And you're like, "Wait, I thought we were like spreading our butterfly wings, like what's happening?" That's Pluto retrograde. The transformation process slows a little bit. I think this is really going to affect us collectively because Pluto's, we Pluto went into Aquarius recently and like we've all been ready for this movement from Capricorn, which is strict and rigid, to Aquarius, which is more free thinking. So this is kind of like rolling back a little bit. And then Neptune in retrograde, Neptune, the planet of dreams and subconscious energy, this can really bring in the illusion, like a Neptune retrograde can bring in the delusion or illusion, and so you really want to find some grounding and some footing and to not take things so seriously. Like I use the analogy of the being in the lazy river. And when you bump into something, you just like go with the flow. Like you allow that to bounce back and just to not be so strict and rigid with things because things are not really going to be what they seem during this time. Neptune and Pisces in general is like kind of like uh, what's real, what isn't real. So, when Saturn moves into retrograde next week, um, Saturn's the planet of boundaries and restrictions. So things might just feel a little bit more rigid. So just like allow yourself to go with the flow. If you need to do things now, if you want to be certain about things now, do it now. Then you see what is going to come in the next few months, or take everything with a grain of salt. Like nothing lasts forever. Nothing is 100% totally solid. Be flexible, allow for flow, because at the end of July, we have a Chiron retrograde as well, and this is our core wounds. These are going to be like really difficult time or difficult things that might be coming up in your life. So it's just give yourself time. The can't like this Cancer season is teaching you how to love and take care of yourself unconditionally. Love the people in your life unconditionally. Take care of each other love each other, respect each other, and understand that you don't know what it's like to walk in somebody else's shoes, and other people don't know what it's like to walk in your shoes. So don't be offended by everything all the time. Just be gentle and kind and nurturing. And this is what the Cancer season teaches us. This is what you want to be solidifying on the Cancer new moon, which is happening next Monday. So just love and take care of yourself. Oh, I'm wearing my Groot shirt. Remember, we are Groot. We are Groot. We all are one. We all come from the same place. We are all going to the same place. Like, let's come together, love and support each other, um, despite how turbulent things might be. Okay, so the card that we have for this week is this is from the Elemental Empath deck, and it's number 4 of the Earth cards. Honor the journey, don't rush, experience life, respect others, and allow messes. This is totally the energy that I was talking about. The Western world teaches us to maniacally rush from one thing to the next, juggling family, career, health, a social life, and personal interests. It's an unrealistic standard and unhealthy long term. With so much instant gratification at our fingertips, it's easy to get caught up in wanting things to happen or change right now. Things take time, some more than others. As in the art for this card, rushing the process can be like wishing a baby would come before it's ready. There is a flow and a process to things that happen in life, and while rushing to get to the end may work sometimes, it usually leaves us stressed and exhausted. Enjoy the now and invite in more balance of work, play, and friends. So I think that this card is kind of trying to prepare us for Retrogradopalooza. Things are going to be moving slowly. And if you're feeling stuck, just remember that it will let up eventually. Our chakra card is a throat chakra card, freedom of expression. Banish fear of judgment now. Let it constrict you no longer. Know that the expression of your highest truth is protected and supported by spirit. Speak your authentic wisdom with conviction and courage. Rest assured that doing so will bring you to where you are meant to be. Share your truths from a place of loving compassion so your words land with intention. You that what land with so your words land with the intention you use to compose them. I really feel like this relates to what I was saying about like not knowing what somebody else's experience is, not knowing what it's like to live their life and to be in their shoes. So be kind and gentle with others, but also kind and gentle with yourself. Like think before you speak. Take the sacred pause, and that just if you are feeling triggered by something or um, upset about a situation that you've encountered, to just take 3 deep breaths. And if 3 deep breaths seems too long, just take 1 breath. Just stop for a moment, take a big deep inhale and exhale before you speak and before you say something. Um, I mean, this is obviously freedom of expression, but also just like using your discernment to decide whether this situation is worth speaking up about and possibly hurting somebody's feelings or making somebody else feel bad, or to just see the heart, lead with your heart, and to recognize that this person might be hurting, or uh, just waiting and thinking about a situation before acting on it, just in case, because you never know. So, this is a lovely last quarter week that I think is really giving us this opportunity to start to slow down, to finish things off, set intentions, make sure that you're having a really good self care practice in place, or just finally deciding to do so and take the steps towards a self care practice that's going to sustain you during this Retrogradopalooza that we will be experiencing at the end of the summer. So good luck to everybody. I hope to see you for our moon mating in Discord or on Tarot Tuesday for tarot readings. Thank you so much for your support. We'll see you on the other side of the looking glass.